Talking SEC football here on Southeastern 14. I'm Chase Robinson. Appreciate you for watching, and go ahead and subscribe to our channel here on Southeastern 14 as we bring you daily SEC content. Story breaking today as we sit here on Tuesday, May 21st at about 9:30 a.m. In the last hour, news has broken. Jaden Rashada, who we've done a video on him, has transferred to Georgia. He has filed a lawsuit against Florida head coach Billy Napier and three others tied to the school for false and fraudulent NIL promises. It is apparent that Napier promised Rashada that a booster would be wiring him $1 million for if he signed with Florida. That was on signing day. That did not happen. So we'll dive into that. But first, got to remind you about BetOnline, your number one source for all of your summer sports this season, from Major League Baseball to golf, NBA, and NHL playoff stats. All the latest stats, news, and scores available to follow your favorite teams. You can get the latest odds and lines, including the latest team matchups, player props, and odds on just about every sport out there. Head over to the website or use your mobile device to get in on the action. BetOnline, where the game starts. So again, this is just a wild story here. As again, Jaden Rashada filed a lawsuit against Billy Napier, a former Florida staffer and a major university booster, for alleging, again, they made false and fraudulent promises. Rashada originally, now it's been a process for Jaden Rashada. He originally committed to Miami in June of 2022, prior to his senior year of high school. He then flipped to Florida after signing a 4-year, $13.85 million contract with the Gator Collective. That is now a defunct organization. They are no longer doing NIL deals for Florida. But a few weeks later, the Collective terminated his deal before they were scheduled to pay him a $500,000 signing bonus. So Rashada is claiming he lost $9.5 million in the deal with a Miami booster. So the kind of the basis of this lawsuit, it's a lot of, he said type stuff, but kind of what it hinges on is what Billy Napier has to do with it. So the lawsuit alleges financial promises to entice Rashada to sign on the December signing day. And this is a quote from the lawsuit. Coach Napier himself vouched that Florida alumni were good on the promises that Jaden would receive $1 million if he signed with Florida on National Signing Day. And this was a big story just because he was going from Miami to Florida. The money, was on the table. It came out that it was a big NIL deal. And so that the story became pretty high up there then. And he ended up playing his freshman year last year at Arizona State. Now he's with Georgia. And apparently this lawsuit has been months and months in the making. It is a 37-page complaint that was filed just this morning. And it, along with Billy Napier, also mentioned was former director of NIL and player engagement for Florida, Marcus Castro Walker, and well-known Florida booster Hugh Hathcock. They are all named as defendants in this. Also, Hathcock's former company, Velocity Automotive, which is also mentioned, they were supposed to be used to help fund this, the finances there for to get him there. So again, this is a interesting story that will continue to unfold. You hate to see this in college sports, college football, but Rashada sees the need to file this lawsuit And again, it all revolves around he was supposed to get paid a certain amount. He did not. His first payment was scheduled for December 5th, 2022, that $500,000 signing bonus. The payment never came. And on December the 6th, the day after the bonus was due, the Gator Collective terminated the contract in a letter they sent to Rashada. Pete Nakos with On3 has done a lot of reporting on this and has done a story on this and has done great work. And that is what I'm citing as I'm giving you this information. But on signing day, Jaden Rashada still had not received any payments for this, which delayed the signature of his national letter of intent. But again, the case is stating that Billy Napier falsely promised and defrauded Jaden Rashada, and did not receive the $1 million payout that he was expecting to receive. So again, this is not a story you want to hear, but in the world that we are in right now in college sports, I have a feeling we're going to see more things like this. And this is tough. And I imagine that there's going to be all kinds of stories to continue to follow as they're going to be unfolding this and the lawsuit will play out. But certainly not good for Billy Napier in Florida for something like this to come out. But those are just some highlights from this. From the story that is out. Again, Pete Nakos with On3 doing a fantastic job of putting all this information together and putting a story out this morning. Lots of stories coming out as again, this is not something you see a lot, and so this is big news as Jaden Rashada has filed a lawsuit against Billy Napier and top boosters there at Florida. We'll continue to keep an eye on this story and pass along any information we can to you. But again, a big story in the world of SEC football. Southeastern 14 has you covered on all things SEC football, basketball, and baseball. Subscribe to our channel, like this video. Let us know what you think down in the comments as well. And we will have you covered here on Southeastern 14.